hungry for dinner, I am actually starting with breakfast. Little thing I need to prep. So this is sweetened condensed milk, and as I understand it, if you cook it for a long time, it will turn into caramel. But you have to cook it in water so the can doesn't rupture. So we're gonna give that a whirl. And I'm gonna put it in the mess kit. There's water in here to cover. Alright, let's put it in the fire. Try that. So it takes about 3 hours at the crock pot and I think maybe an hour on stovetop. My plan is just to leave it overnight. Alright, we're going to do a little more breakfast prep, and I had an idea of what I wanted to do for breakfast, and then I had another idea, so I'm going to try and do both with one apple. So I think we can probably safely get rid of this part. I just need to set aside a slice. Just one, I don't know how big. This is another TikTok. Theirs look pretty thin. I'm gonna do about like that. Alright, so I need to save this slice. And I need to core both of these pieces. I guess I could have cored first and then sliced. There we go. This, just for sake of convenience, I'm storing it in this container of apple sugar because that's where it's going to go tomorrow. Go ahead and toss it. I'll leave it there till tomorrow. Alright, now this guy, I just need to core it. I'm going to call that good enough. I don't want it all the way through. More like a bowl. Chunk of butter in there. Some of the cinnamon sugar. Wrap her up. And into the fire, or near the fire. So our apple is right there. And our sweetened condensed milk is still in there. Hopefully just simmering away. I don't plan on making breakfast till later, but I am curious how our little fire pit experiments were. Oh, this feels very soft. Oh, it looks pretty good. That is a very roasted apple. So that's going to hopefully go into our Pieiron apple fritter. Water's still, tepid. Please don't explode. Okay. Oh, a little pressure release. I see dark brown. That looks like caramel, doesn't it? I wonder how thick it is. I got a fork here. Oh yeah. Win. 2 wins this morning. That's a good sign. All right. Let's try first one, which starts with biscuits. And the idea is a quick and easy apple fritter. Now, as we all know, fritters are usually fried. So this isn't, I guess, technically a fritter. It's like a baked fritter. But the dough part is biscuits. We're going to use our apple from last night. Our roasted apple. Just turned out rather nicely. And one thing I'm noticing about this Pieiron, this is the cast iron one. It's got a pretty good pit in it, for one thing. It needs lots of lubrication, unlike the aluminum ones. So I am going to heavily butter this. And I think the biscuits have quite a bit of butter-like product in them. So that should help too. You know what? I'm gonna melt this over the fire. There we go. Oh man, those are buttery chunks, something like butter. I'm gonna feel like being conservative and maybe just using one. I know they're gonna puff up like mad. There we go. There we go. Alright. Butter is good and melty. Just gonna do some biscuit chunks. Not sure what the proper ratio is. Just guesstimating here, as always. Definitely want some good apple representation. That looks pretty good. Definitely gonna need more cinnamon sugar. I drizzled a little bit of that melted butter on the other side too. Pray for me. Now this one is supposed to be like a donut, but like all like a donut recipes, there is no such thing as something that's a donut that's not a donut, in my opinion. This is just a ring-shaped apple pie. So we got our apple slice in cinnamon sugar. This one is uncooked. And then this is strips of puff pastry. And so, let's see. Do it like this, apparently. And I'm just gonna pick up where I left off. Come on. It's like sewing. If I just spread this one out a little bit more. Here, we'll just redistribute. Alright, which is the more attractive side? They're both kind of ugly. Alright, again, I'm going to put some melted butter in here. I'm going to put some butter and I'm going to melt it in here, let's say. Just to soften this up a little bit, put it over there. Always with the sticky. Oh, puffing up. Getting better. Bubba, what you doing? Checking out breakfast? No, I thought that sugar would stick. All right, so here are our results. Our fritter and our apple ring, apple pie ring, not sure what you call it. A little reluctant to call this a fritter. It didn't entirely hold together, but it still looks good. So Let's dress these and try them out. Let's get right in that little divot there. So much for a nice little aesthetic drizzle. There we go. Alright. It looks pretty good. Yeah. Definitely getting some apple pie vibes out of that. Apple is tender, nice and cinnamony, flaky crust. I thought the caramel might be too much, but it's really nice. Let's see what we got. Pretty good. It looks a little fritter-like. Get a little apple in there. Get on there. There we go. Again, I thought the caramel would be too much, but it really brings it home. That's pretty good. Probably could have used a little more apple, and I would have jammed it full next time. I was just afraid those biscuits were going to explode all over the place. I'd say I would make either of these again. This one's definitely got the cute factor going on. A little more work. This one's a little more rustic. Super easy though. Yeah, that's good. I love the crispy on that one. You're both winners in my book.